Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio. Make sure you check out my website, godtvradio.com, and connect with me on Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to check out my brother, Justin Keane, if you're into metal and rock music. Also, check out the YouTube channel Games You Love, where my son hosts gaming videos. And if you want to support the Keane family, you can become a Patreon or leave a donation. Anything helps, really. Today we're going to do a kind of a review, and I'm also going to ask some questions to a YouTuber called ThinkAboutThis. I've been sitting here watching tons of the videos, just kind of binging it, going throughout it. One of my favorites is Sam Harris versus Vegan Trio. I do like the Jacqueline Glenn versus ThinkAboutThis, and of course I love seeing all the videos where he kicks the shit out of the Amazing Atheist, Mr. Repsian, Paul Zigo, and the rest of the fucking idiots in that crew. After listening to a lot of his arguments, it's opened my mind to a great deal of points. I can't think of one single argument against veganism. I really can't. I used to watch Onision in the past whenever it seemed like he took the topic very seriously. Nowadays, he's just pretty much considered a clown that'll do anything for fucking views. I literally watched him make a video where he's watching a big hamburger on the television and pretending to masturbate to it. I guess he just doesn't give a fuck anymore about what he's doing. Hopefully, you're actually serious about what you're talking about. I like some of the points that you put forth. A lot of atheists have made some really dumbass arguments against you and your points. Such as, I heard Paul Zigo say something to the effect of, because the cow cannot or is incapable of screaming out no, it's okay to inseminate a fucking cow, kill it, and do all this. I even heard TJ a while back say, if we can kill cows and kill animals, and we can torture them and do cruel things to them, then why can't we fuck them as well? Basically promoting and endorsing bestiality. TJ's way of being edgy and bringing in the views and the money as usual. I find it interesting that atheists care so fucking little about the concept of veganism, since they themselves actually believe that they evolved from a puddle of fucking mud and then became all kinds of different species of animals to the complex creature and sentience that they are today. Some of the questions I'd like to ask you, I notice you spend a lot of time on this subject. I'd like to know how you feel about some other things as well. Personally, I'm not going to try to even attempt to argue. I do feel like veganism is superior whenever it comes to morality and your points. No reason to argue with fucking sound arguments. I would like to know what your view is on the death penalty. I would also like to know how you feel about, let's say, abortion, for instance. I mean, it seems to me that a lot of the non-believers out there, they've been making arguments towards it's okay to kill a baby as long as it's not fully developed, as long as it can't cry out or scream. To them, it seems like it's okay. But for you, you seem to respect and care about animals. But there is a question I do have about that besides just abortion. Is it the suffering that bothers you, or the death? Or is it on equal bounds with you? Do you believe that the death as well as the suffering is the same? Like, for instance, if an animal were to fucking die of old age, or unfortunately it was accidentally killed, would you be willing to eat something of that nature? Or would you make the argument that eating animals in the first place is not only horrible to the animal, but also unhealthy for the prospector, the person who's actually devouring? I would also like to know what your theology is, what your theological position is. Do you believe in a God? Do you believe in many gods? I know that the vegan atheist, obviously it's in his name, but I'm wondering what it is that your position is, Mr. ThinkAboutThis. I find it unusual for non-believers to be fighting against us, but I also find it equally unusual for an atheist to give a shit about the the morality issue whenever it comes to the killing of animals. I mean, I know this might be shocking to you for me to say something like this, but from an atheist worldview, life is meaningless and pointless unless you imagine something up. Usually, most atheists are nihilistic, and they don't believe that there's any real moral basis behind anything. In fact, I heard an atheist once say that sex is perfectly natural, and also if a child consents to sex, then what's the problem? I've actually heard atheists advocate rape as well as the violation of children on the basis that they believe that everything is natural, so we should be able to consume it and destroy it as we want. Why does it matter about the suffering of animals? Why does it even matter if humans suffer? Why does it matter if there's even any kind of accomplishments if at the end of the day, when the universe dies along with this planet, none of the accomplishments of mankind will matter? It seems like anything that you do is only temporarily. So why work so hard? Why try so much? I kind of would like to use the analogy with you as this. A kid is told, listen, I want you to sit down at this desk in the classroom. You're going to spend your entire life learning all this fucking shit. But at the end of it, no matter what your grade is or how well you did, you're going to die. And there's no reward afterwards. There's no fucking matter. Whatever you've done, whatever you do, no matter how many people you saved, no matter how many minds you changed, at the end of the day, you're dead, and so are they. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on that. One of the things I've always thought silly about atheists is they like to crack jokes at me, and they say things like, Brett, how can anyone consider you an intellectual when you believe in talking snakes? Well, I see talking snakes and talking fucking jackasses all the time every time I watch YouTube. And the fact that they actually believe that they're animals, and of course they believe that they're coherent and capable of language, to me, it's laughable any fucking way you look at it. I'm just curious. You seem like you're too intelligent to be an atheist, though. You seem a hell of a lot more open-minded. And I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. I noticed that some of the vegans out there, and I'm not saying that this somehow hurts the topic of veganism, but take a look at Vegan Gains. This guy actually talked about murdering Mr. Repsian and held a fucking knife up on video. I'm curious what you think of that. There's also another fucking guy called Amendum out there who claims that he cares about the suffering of animals and all that, but he'll be the first out of anger calling everybody pig fuckers and cocksuckers and animalistic names and shit. It seems like if you care about something or someone, you wouldn't sit there and, fucking bring animals into the equation on it. I'm just saying. I wouldn't mind having a live discussion with you sometime, whether it be on your channel or my own. I plan on doing some more live rooms and getting into some more debates and all that, but I just wanted to let people know about your channel so people can come and subscribe, comment, and rate to you. I'll tell you this right now, I love controversial shit. I love arguing, and I feel like if somebody's got a good point in an argument, I want it to be heard, and that's one of the main reasons I've made this video. And also to fucking make you think about some shit as well, if possible. Alright, God bless.